What's good, everybody? Jordan here, back with another video. And in today's video, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be breaking down another trade on GBPUSD that I took last week off of the 1 hour time frame. And it was a pretty quick trade. It was a 2-to-1 trade, and it took like 30 or 40 minutes, maybe a little less than that. But nonetheless, it was still a good trade, and I'm pretty excited to break it down for you guys. So without any further ado, if you like what you see, make sure you hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into the trade. All right, so first and foremost, that morning I saw the impulse push above structure. In this case, we were breaking highs. And anytime that I see an impulse push breaking highs, or just breaking structure in general, I always go to larger time frames, just to get a top-down analysis, and kind of get the direction of the trend and see if I could find my edge in a lower time frame based off of the setup that I just was pretty much presented on the 1 hour. So from there, I keep on going down to the 4 hour, from the daily to the 4 hour, and then from the 4 hour to the 1 hour after I see the 1 hour push. And so, for me that day, I told myself, at least the daily was looking bullish, not necessarily the weekly, but from the daily, I thought that the daily, did have some bullish momentum, especially from the bottom. And I was like, okay, well, if we're getting that push off of the 1 hour, then at least, I'll be able to maybe find some type of edge, some type of move in my system, in my strategy, and hopefully take advantage of it. So from there, I got this interesting move. And also, let me just be clear that this is on Monday, and usually, when I get to the charts, it's early in the morning, but nonetheless, this is about like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock the previous night. So with that being said, once we see this impulse push, we always look for, that impulse push to come back and retest the structure that it broke, and then continue on and do whatever it's gonna do. So from there, we got the pullback, and then we started to get, some bullish pressure. And again, I'm still not awake at this time. At this time, it's about 3 o'clock. I wake up around 4:30, and I get on the charts at 6:20. So from there, I'm like, damn, okay, well, shit. Just getting to the charts around, starting to get around to the charts, I'm realizing that not only did I see this impulse push, but this impulse push has now become invalidated in a sense because of the fact that it pulled back, continued higher, has made a new higher high, and is now, looking to retest the area in which it just broke. So from there, I got a little bit confused after seeing that, and thought to myself, okay, well, if price comes back and retests like it did here, then I can feel comfortable, at least hopefully going to the 15-minute and maybe finding something, within my edge, within my system, that I could feel comfortable with at least. So from there, let's check the time. It's around 6 o'clock. Like I said, I get to the charts around 6 o'clock. I see this move here. In between 6 and 6:15, I get what I love to look for as my type of entry candle. I get an engulfing candle that looks like that. And before I see this engulfing candle, I know to myself, I'm like, okay, I have to break these lows over here if I'm following the green box. Break these lows over here, and also I need to break these highs over here. 1, 2, 3, boom. I need to break these highs over here. And my candlestick, my signal candlestick needs to be engulfing and strong enough. Maybe some type of price action candlestick. If it wants to throw me that, it can. But I got a nice pin bar engulfing candlestick that broke structure here. And based off of my back testing and just my data that I've been collecting, this is my edge. So from here, I can also feel comfortable that I'll have a place to put my stop loss. I always want to put my stop loss below structure if I'm buying, above structure if I'm selling. And again, I had a place to put my stop loss in case things went wrong. I was protected. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna be able to get this limit and set this limit pretty much on top of this box. Also on top of these wicks at the bottom of these lows that which it just broke. I can put my stop loss below structure like this, I can play out a 1-to-1 if I really wanted to, just to go break even after that, because there's a lot of people who love 1-to-1 trades. But for my strategy, I love a nice 2-to-1, and I think the 2-to-1 was actually like 20 pips or something like that. Yeah, it was 20 pips. So we're trying to make it exactly a 2-to-1. There we go. So from there, I let it play out. I just waited for my limit. I'm like, okay, well, it can either push and continue here, which will definitely make my setup invalid at that point, or I can wait for the retest and then just get in here, wait for the limit to be triggered, in which it did. This next candle, there's my entry, and then I get a little bit of rejection afterwards, which is always a good sign. The next candle played out a little bit, I get even more of a rejection. Price came up, showed some profit, came back down for entry, and finished with this a little bigger type of doji, if you will. But nonetheless, what I like to look for is just rejection in general. If I can see 2 rejections within the first 15 to 30 minutes, 45 minutes of my trade, based off of my data and what I've been collecting, it's always a good sign. So another thing that's a good sign is something that looks like that. A nice engulfing candlestick after your entry is always a good sign. And that's what I got. And after this, pretty sure, boom, I hit TP, price hit TP, and we were out of the trade. I wanted TP to be at 2-to-1 because, I didn't want to hold this trade. I knew that there was news coming after this. I wanted to get in, get out. I had errands to run. I think I was buying a new truck that same day. I was buying a new truck that same day. And I just wanted to get my money, go on about my business, hopefully make the content. Didn't get around to it, but whatever. We're here now. And so, yeah, that's pretty much the trade. 2-to-1 trade, nice 2%, get 20 pips. I don't like to talk about the money too much right now anymore, but it's $1,000, $1,100. Without the commissions, it's $1,000. So didn't even take it on my small account. I'm kind of bummed about that, but nonetheless, it was a good trade, really good entry system. Super hyped on just the entry alone, because I know that's where I was struggling. Definitely last year, that's my struggle point, and that's where I really had, struggled. That's where I struggled trading, is the entries, and if the entries didn't go well, it was the over trading after those entries and just revenge trading. We all know how it goes. So that's the trade, you guys. And also after, if I wouldn't have taken profits on this trade, this winning trade would have so fast turned into a losing trade, because this is exactly what happened after in the next 15 minutes. Boom, we go straight into a winning trade, straight into a fucking drawdown, and it just didn't look pretty for anybody who held this trade. So my 2-to-1 turned out good for me, and I was really happy for that day. It was a good day. It was a good week. And yeah, we move on to today, and caught a decent trade today. It was a lot smaller one, but nonetheless, I'll be trying to make content on that one as well. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you guys hit me up in the comments or on Instagram or wherever you can find me. This is the trade. It took about 30 minutes. What is this? 15, 45. It's really like an hour. Oh, it definitely is an hour. All right, so like 45-minute trade. So about a 45-minute trade, $1,000 in 45 minutes. Not too bad, right? Yeah. So without anything else, guys, that's all I have today. If you guys helps you guys learn something from this video today, if you did, make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.